Well, good morning guys. It's Bank Holiday Monday and I thought on a lovely morning like this morning I'd go to the sheep pastures and see if I could find any fairy rings. You might get some champignons coming up nice and early. We've had lots of rain in the last few days, so it's worth having a little look. I'm going to take you with me, see what we can find, and if we do find any, you'll be the first to know. Well, the first champignons of the season for me. Not a ring, a little clump, but you can see that lovely little umbo in the middle of the cap. And I'm going to see if I can find some better ones. These are very young, so I'm going to leave them and we'll go and see if we can find some rings. Sorry if it's a bit windy, hope you can hear me, but here's a lovely little pleated ink cap, all on his own. I've seen a couple, aren't they lovely? Lovely little pleated ink cap, usually grows in the grassland. There we go. So onwards, see what else we find. Here we've got the tiny little mouse-eared chickweed. Isn't it lovely? Tiny little white flowers hiding in the grasslet. There we go, the mouse ear chickweed. Another new one for us. Well guys, I've just found a lovely big ring of champignons, fairy ring mushrooms. I'm going to be picking some of these. If I stand back, I'll show you the ring is going all the way round. Beautiful ring. And they're quite big. It must be something to do with the rains we've had. Look, there's a couple been knocked over by the sheep. They got that umbo on the cap, and then them gills that stop. They don't run onto the stem. They've got quite a nice little scent to them, but they taste fantastic and they dry really well. They're great for drying, so I'm going to be picking some, and then at the end of the video I'll show you what I collected. Well, as you can see here, we've got a lovely circle of champignons. Lovely, lovely circle. There you go. You can follow that circle round, look. Round and round and round it goes. So we'll be taking some of these home. Some of them are quite small, but there's some nice big ones there. And we'll be drying them and maybe have some tomorrow for breakfast. But I'll pick some of these, and of course we'll move on and see how many more we can find. Oh wow, look what we've found hiding in this grass. Two lovely blackening wax caps. That's a younger one, but look at the size of this beauty. If I put my fingers there, look, you'll see how big it is. Isn't it fantastic? We're still in May and we got blackening wax caps coming out. Everybody's saying how early stuff is. Well, I honestly say I've never found blackening wax caps in this sheep pasture until after the main months of summer. So it's usually about the end of August, September time I find them. But look at this. Isn't it amazing? Made my morning. Over the moon. Blackening wax caps. Alright, let's see what else we're going to find. Hello fellas. Are you playing King of the Castle? Mum's had a nice haircut. And you two little fellas are nearly as big as she is. I guess you're wondering what I'm doing, aren't you? Hey? You have a good morning, guys. Well, what a lovely couple of hours walk I've had. I've collected some champignons. There's lots of rings coming up, but a lot of them are real young, so I'm going to leave those. We're going to have more rain this weekend, so they're telling us. Look at that beautiful big fen sky. Look at that. Bit dramatic. And then big dark clouds. But I say we're going to have some more rain, so I'll leave them and come up here probably next weekend, Friday or Saturday, and have a look. But as you can see in the basket, we've already got quite a few. Enough for what we need anyway. I've tried to pick out just the larger ones, so I'm not picking any of the little tiny ones. So there you go, them lovely champignons. And as you can see, they've got that lovely umbo on the top there. This one's a more mature one, this is more open, and those gills that come up to the stem and then stop, whereas some of the lookalikes that you wouldn't like to eat will probably have gills that start to run down the stem, but these, as you can see, stop. But most of them will have that umbo in the middle, that like nipple in the middle of the cap. Some are a bit darker than others, depends. You get the weather, the sun on them. They're starting to dry up a little bit, so you'll find that sometimes you can find a ring that's really completely dry. They're all shriveled up, tiny little things, and then you get a couple of days rain or one day's rain, and you'll come up a couple of days later and they'll be up like these. They'll be back up to this state, edible state, but very easy to dry out. You can, I thread mine on a piece of cotton and hang them in the kitchen or hang them in the conservatory. They dry out in days, and then I jar them up. As long as they're nice and dry before you jar them up, so as they don't get mould. Don't want any damp in them. They're really tasty. They are a lovely tasty mushroom. A lot of people like fairy ring mushrooms or champignons. But there you go. So I'm glad you've stayed until the end. Lots of sheep have all had their mums have all had their haircuts, and the lambs are now pretty big. I don't know what stage any of them will be going to market, but they are pretty big now. So I take it it'll be autumn time before they go. It might be spring, next spring. I'm not sure. I'm not a sheep farmer, but to find those two huge blackening wax caps, what a surprise that was this morning. It's May and there's blackening wax caps out. I've never ever found any kind of wax cap in this. What are we? We've probably got 100 acres here, give or take. Probably might be 200, but I've never found any wax caps this early before. I think the earliest I found them is August, when we had a wet August one year, and that was it. But they were a magnificent size. They were great to find. Really pleased me, and they made the video really, because I came out looking for just fairy ring mushrooms, thinking there'd be nothing else about, and then bang, you get that surprise. It's always when you're not looking that Mother Nature gives you something special, and she did that again this morning. So thanks guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks to all those who stay until the end. Thanks for those who are subscribing and leaving lovely comments, and please remember to hit that like button. It all helps the channel if you hit the like button. And if you subscribe, it don't take any time to subscribe, costs you nothing at all. It means you'll get to get a notification when I'm putting my next videos out. And hopefully now, after a very barren spell, we're gonna start getting more videos out. So hopefully one every 4 or 5 days now would be nice, and until we get through summer, and then we start getting them every other day. As you know, lots of different fungi coming up in the autumn. So let's carry on and see what we can get. If you can get out there, guys, it's a lovely bank holiday Monday. Get out there, try and have a good walk, get plenty of exercise, and don't forget, when you're out there, always keep your eyes open.